Taylor's back here in beautiful New York City at Benzinga's Fintech FODA conference, and my pleasure to introduce the incredible CEO of Apex Trader Funding. It's Darrell Martin. Good to see you.
Hey, man, I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
The honor and pleasure all mine. Obviously, an incredible event as always. You having a good time?
Oh, yeah. It's New York City. How do you not have a good time?
Listen, I'm from Detroit, so whenever I come to NYC, I'm going to take pictures with the bull and get everyone out.
Go down the stock exchange, everything else.
You can't beat it. I mean, it's, you make it here, you make it anywhere.
Oh, we're going to hit, what is it, the Devil's area or whatever? Yeah, Devil's Kitchen.
But let me just say this. At Apex Trader Funding, you guys are letting people make it anywhere. You paid out the most money. You guys are doing incredible things there. Let the people that might not be familiar or as familiar as they should be with Apex Trader Funding know all about what you guys are doing.
Basically, we're making it where retail traders sort of have a chance and they have time to make it. They don't have to risk their savings. You know, their kids' retirement or their retirement account, their kids' college account, all that. They can come in. They take a simple evaluation to see if they can make so much without losing so much. And then if they can prove that, which a large majority do, large percentage do,
right? Then
they move forward to a performance account where they actually get paid out. They get paid out 90% of what they make. And we paid out over $330 million. And that just keeps growing by $20-30 million a month and just keeps going up. We paid out more in the last couple of months than any competitors paid out in the last 10 years. So
it's unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, we literally have people that have been homeless, that have been like living at families' homes, jumping from house to house, that have made enough. Now they're living in high rises. We got millionaires that we paid out. We paid out millions to, made them millionaires. So really just opening up the opportunity of retail trading and in a lot safer way. And speaking of that, one of the things we're looking at is making safety as far as technology. So we're always looking at expanding our platforms. We're adding on wealth charts, which is a big sponsor at the event here. And so we're exclusively with them. We're the only firm they want to bring on. And we're always, forward thinking with regulation and trying to, what can we do to make the industry safer for retail traders, and trying to put all that in place.
Obviously, you're an extremely passionate person, and you've helped a lot of people. And you guys are doing, as I mentioned, very special and fascinating work at Apex Trader Funding. Where was the genesis of this that wanted you to do this?
Well, I've had an education company that I started, and I started that about 15, 16 years ago. Actually sort of came out of making videos for my daughter that was just born. And so she would know how to trade if something ever happened to me. Well, that turned into an education company. It grew. One of the biggest challenges traders face is they don't have the money to risk.
Right.
And so I looked at some other firms out there. Some have been around for a long time, some for not so long. And just the rules were made really to collect fees more than they were made to pay people out. And by Exhibit A, the firm that's been around the longest, we pay out more in a couple months than they have, like I said, in 12 years.
Right.
And it's like, well, why is that? That doesn't seem right. And so I found one company I sort of liked. They capped me out on my payouts. I'm like, well, what's the point in that? And like lifetime payouts. And so I was like, this needs to be done right. And we had the funds to do it, so let's do it. And so we put it together, launched it out. It was a huge success. And we've literally just taken over the space, and it just keeps growing and growing and growing. So
it's truly a beautiful thing. And I know so many are grateful to you and the team you put together. Let's talk about that. You mentioned homeless people that have been able to live in the high rises and millionaires. Let's talk to that person out there that's like, oh, there's no way I can be that person. But they want to get involved, but maybe it seems too daunting to them. What would you say to that person?
I would say, trading is not as hard as you think it is, but it's not as easy as you want it to be.
There's a great way to put it.
There's a balance there, right? And it's risky. Trading is very risky, and that makes it daunting by itself.
Sure.
And so what we've done is we put together a great education platform, Apex Investing, that I've had for, like I said, 15 plus years, that can teach you how I trade, how to trade. You don't have to trade that way. You can trade whatever way you want to. But if you're new to it, you can come in and check that education out. It's free for a month. It's $1 the second month. Either you like it or you don't by that time, Then it's a couple $100 a month after that. So if you want to use the education. And then the other thing is, one of the daunting things is just the risk.
Right.
I don't want to lose all my savings. I don't want to tell my wife I just lost 10 grand today. I mean, I started with my wife's teacher retirement account. We withdrew the money, and that's what I started trading with. Talk about risk capital. That better work, right?
There's no bigger one.
Yeah, exactly. And so you don't have to do that. It's literally, you can come in for like $30, $40, take a test, you pass it, pay another $100, get activated, you're good to go, And I mean, even if it takes you 10 times to pass, it's $300, and then another 100, so $400. And that's losing like $2,500, 10 times in a row.
Right.
But you didn't lose anything, and you don't ever have to invest any money. So there's no investment by you. What happens if I blow my account? Start over. We don't come asking for cash.
Right.
So we have risk models put in place to protect everything. And so it's just one of those things that it makes it doable. It makes it reachable. I'm not going to say it's easy, and I'm not going to say everybody's going to pass. I think that if you ever hear that from anybody, then run away. But, it's one of those things we paid out $330 million in, maybe 3 years now. So, I mean, that's just an insane amount of money. I never thought it would get this big. I never thought we'd pay out that much. But that was my goal. I mean, we sat down with our PR team last year, and they're like, what's your goal for this year? I'm like, my goal is to pay out 10 times as much as we paid out last year. One, to get more customers, and we pay out, everything else take care of itself. And so, we have people doing it. We have people doing it every day. And, we've revolutionized the industry. We've changed a lot of things, and we're always looking to improve it. And if this is something you're passionate about, if you're looking for a way to make some more money and you're willing to put some work in,
got to put the work in.
Then this is I would say, the safest way to do it, because you can use somebody else's money. You can actually get paid. You don't have to risk your own savings.
No, it's a beautiful thing you've created. You really have revolutionized the industry in such a good way. If I can, to ask you to put your future cap on for a second here, a year down the road, 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road, what's the vision and goal you see for Apex Trader Funding, continuing to help all these people, but obviously doing something really special as well?
Right. I mean, we're definitely paying out over $1 billion a year is something I want a year, something I want, my next goal, which, who knows? We may hit that next year, but, it may take a few years. I don't know, but, sooner the better. It's good for people. It's good for us. We get 10% of that, right? So the other thing is just, building with solid platforms like Wealth Charts, award-winning platform. I think they're getting like their 6th award here at the Fintech conference this year. And, with solid CEOs that are involved without all the bureaucracy. So platforms that are beneficial for traders, that are stable for traders. There's so many platforms out there that are they're not built by traders for traders.
Right.
And so that's what I like about this one, is it's built by traders for traders. And then another big thing we're working on is direct to funding. So some people come in, they have more capital, they have more experience, but they don't want to risk all their capital. And so it'll cost more, but it'll be an option to where they can come in and they can go directly into a funded account. And so that's something that we're going to look at opening up as well. And then, there's more and more surprises coming, but
I love it. Darrell Martin, it's your honor to talk to you, the CEO of Apex, Apex Trader Funding. What you're doing is, as you said, it's revolutionized things. It's changing the game. And please keep doing this, because it's really changing and affecting people's lives in a very positive way.
Thank you for having me on. I appreciate it.
Pleasure and honor is all mine.